High school sports on Ticket TV has been brought to you by your local McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer, Greenway Equipment Sales, Next Home Experience, Casella, Firehouse Subs, Levesque Business Solutions, Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, Varney Mazda, Hidden Meadows Golf Course, Dean's Detailing, Northeast Driving School, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Colebrook Mitsubishi, North Star Waste and Recycling, Loring Job Corps, Praise Auto Sales, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Doors Equipment, Fairway Auto Sales, Bangor Mall Cinema 10, Streets Landscape, The Fitch Company, Bangor Tire Company, Frank's Bake Shop, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tiller and Rye, Liberty Olton Insurance, Urban Pizza, The Growing Place, Tossie's Checkout, Betty's Ice Cream, Auto Radiator Service, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Union Street Towing, Rise Co-working and Collaboration Space, Sweet Frog, The Henry's Bridal Boutique, Bennett Auto Center, Angelo's Pizza, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Mainly Audio, Knowlton Automotive, Varney Chevrolet, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, Midcoast Denture Design, Hopkins Energy, Napa Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Queen City Athletics, Blackfly Coffee, Hillside Athletics, The Farmer's Table, Bangor Floral, Mad Cat and Company, Danforth Supermarket, Mainly Mercantile, The Dragon's Lair, Twin City Tire, Washington County Community College, and Down East Toyota. This Ticket TV broadcast has been a production of Sportsnet Maine.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cameron Stadium, the site of today's Class A semifinal between the Bangor Rams, the top seed in the postseason tournament, and the number 4 squad from Brunswick. I'm Mark Paulette, joined by Ernie Clark in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. For over 5 decades, Dean's has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car, and book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. We welcome you into the Casella pregame show, presented by Casella. Good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerofhardwork.com. Ernie, this is a Bangor team trying to get back to the state championship for a second consecutive year, and it's a Brunswick team with upset on the mind this afternoon at Cameron.
Yeah, 2 of the traditional powers in terms of recent times in the Class A North ranks, along with Camden Hills, undefeated team this year, the 2nd seed. I was looking through some past games this morning and flashed back to 2021 when Brunswick beat Bangor, came from behind to beat Bangor in overtime in the Class A North final. So they've been there ever since. They got a couple of players from that team who are freshmen in 2021 who are still part of the program now as the kind of the elder statesman, if you will. And Bangor, of course, as you mentioned, again, one of the powers, got to the state championship last year, trying to win their first state title since 2015. So both these teams with a lot of tradition. The teams did meet once earlier in the regular season, or actually fairly late in the regular season. Bangor a 4-3 winner, but the Rams have been strong throughout the season. Just the one loss in their 3rd game of the season down at Camden Hills. And so they are looking to get back and get a chance to avenge that loss in the regional final. Camden Hills, the number 2 seed, already has advanced to the championship game. They played their semifinal on Thursday and beat Mount Ararat, the 3 seed, 3-1. So they're already in the championship game set for next week. And it's just a question of who the Windjammers will play. If it's Bangor, it'll be a rematch of the regional final from a year ago that Bangor won. I believe Camden Hills was the higher seed, but Bangor pulled off the upset to advance to the States where they lost to Scarborough 2-0. But both these teams are trying to get back there now.
And you see the Class A bracket right here. Bangor scored an 8-0 victory over Skowhegan the other night, a game that only took 60 minutes at Cameron Stadium. Camden Hills also had an 8-goal win in their first game of the postseason. Brunswick, meanwhile, a 3-2 victory over a Brewer squad, which we certainly saw plenty of times on Ticket TV this year. A tough team from this part, so Brunswick looking to carry it over, but a couple tough games against the Witches this year. When you look at the common opponents for Bangor and Brunswick, the head-to-head was 4-3. Some of the common opponents tell a little bit different story for these two teams.
Well, the Brewer is an example of that. It was 3-2 in the quarterfinals, and I think and they actually lost to Brewer early in the season. Now, Brunswick had some injuries early in the season, and because they were at one point they were 2-2-1, wound up I think they're 9-5-1 at this point. But Bangor had no problem with Brewer. Beat them 6-0 in the first meeting over at Hedrick Field in Brewer, and then more recently 5-1. We had both these games on Ticket TV, and they just seemingly handled the Witches. Sometimes it's matchups, but sometimes it's it's reflective of just the strength of program a little bit, and we'll find out which of those cases it is today.
Tonight's contest brought to you in part by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. We're also presented by Greenway Equipment Sales in Ellsworth and Bangor. Nothing runs like a deer from the Smith Brothers, your local John Deere dealers. And we are brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer. They're hiring for early mornings and late nights. Start at $17 and up. Search for these locations at jobs.mchire.com. Take a time out. When we come back, dive into some of the player spotlights, get a look at the rosters for the Dragons and the Rams. Kickoff not too far away, about 10 minutes time here at Cameron Stadium between the Rams and the Dragons on Ticket TV in this A Soccer Girls Semifinal.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers.
Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart.
And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 60 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Like our spicy Cajun chicken with Cajun seasoned grilled chicken breast and a house-made Cajun mayo. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Visit 920 Stillwater Avenue.
Desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves. Work you can see. Work that matters. Others might call it dirty, but we don't mind. At Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, and it's important work that keeps society moving. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. Wide shot there, the Bangor Rams warming up, the Brunswick Dragons down at the other end of the pitch, getting set for this Class A North semifinal between Bangor and Brunswick. The winner advances to take on Camden Hills in the regional final next week. Our coverage presented by Next Home Experience for the third straight year. Next Home is the market leader. Get loot and get sold with Next Home Experience. We are also presented by Firehouse Subs for a limited time. Try the new Firehouse Captain's Club. only at Firehouse Subs, 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. All right, Ernie, well, we teed up the matchup in the last segment. Time now to take a look at the rosters for these two squads, and we begin with the visitors from Brunswick. The Dragons coming up north for this matchup. I was actually down by the team bus when the team was getting off it because I was down there grabbing some rosters for this game. First couple of girls off the bus were a little struck by how chilly it was up here in the north. They thought it was a little cooler, I guess, up here in the northern part of the state.
We're up here near the 45th parallel. It's a little bit chillier, closer to the North Pole, I suppose. But yeah, it is chilly, and the wind is going to be a factor today. We noticed it last night in the football game. How sitting up here, you don't notice it because you're inside. Sort of. We get an open window in front of us. But you look at the flag off to our left, and the wind is coming out of the northwest, and that means it's blowing from left to right on your screen, and it's blowing pretty significantly. The flag is not completely straight out, but it's out pretty significantly. So a lot of what happens today likely is going to depend on who takes the wind and who plays into it, and how a team is able to capitalize on having the wind at their back during the half that they do. So you may see a game where it's 2-3, maybe even 0 at the half one way, but then you flip the fields and it may go completely the other way. So if your team falls behind, don't give up hope, because that may be what's going on here. It may not be as well, but it may just be just one team dominating the other. But certainly it's something that both teams will have to get used to. I don't think we've had too many of these types of situations. It seemed to be, we had a pretty mild fall for the most part, not a lot of wind and almost no rain, and so we haven't had to, in terms of broadcasting or for that matter playing, haven't seen a lot of adverse conditions. And this is, the cold they'll get used to once they get out and start running around, but the wind is something they'll have to get used to too, but it does affect the game when the ball goes in the air in particular.
Look at the Brunswick team roster right there, pretty upperclassmen laden, and a couple of spotlight players that we want to shine here on the Morin sisters, two of the more talented Dragons out there.
Yeah, I've got 5 seniors, 10 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 1 freshman, and that's the Bangor roster. I can do those. Bangor, 7 seniors, 10 juniors, 6 sophomores, 3 freshmen. They, of course, have been led by the tandem of Tegan Atherley, senior striker number 2, and Clara Oldenburg, a junior midfielder, number 17. They have combined, well, let's just do the numbers here. Tegan Atherley, 34 goals, including 4 in the quarterfinal against Skowhegan. 34 goals and 11 assists on the season. Clara Oldenburg now with 24 goals and 21 assists, and that's just a
45 for both of them.
Yeah, that's just a tandem. That's just a tandem that has been hard for people to stop this year. Again, the one shutout loss to Camden Hills, but other than that, it's been total goals for Bangor, 84. Goals allowed, 10, which is pretty remarkable. It's a 12-game winning streak for the Rams. Just go back to Brunswick. During the regular season, 38 goals scored, 21 allowed, beat Brewer 3-2 in the quarterfinals, so that makes it 41-23. So quite a difference in well, at least offensive numbers, at least. Bangor with twice as many goals, or actually more than the Dragons. But both these teams pretty strong defensively. Bangor, I mentioned 7 seniors, 10 juniors, 6 sophomores, 3 freshmen on the varsity roster. So, again, interesting to see how this turns out. Bangor, the higher seed, owns the regular season victory, which I believe came with the winning goal with like 34.6 seconds left.
Some high drama.
So quite a game. I mean, there's a lot of respect between the two programs because of where they have been over the last decade and more. They both know that you usually have to get through one of these teams in order to realize some championship ambitions, and that's what both teams will be trying to do this afternoon.
Yeah, we'll dive into the program histories coming up in the next segment in our pregame show. Those team rosters brought to you by Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company. For the best in landscaping materials, and equipment, it's Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company at 6 Wilson Way in Glenburn and at glenburnlandscape.com. This afternoon's ball game also presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. And Varney Mazda offers an extensive new and pre-owned Mazda inventory, as well as competitive Mazda lease specials, finance options, and expert Mazda auto service. Varney Mazda, 260 Hogan Road in Bangor, and at varneymazda.com. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get you that program history for the Rams and the Dragons as we lead into the kickoff here in this Class A North semifinal coming up at Cameron Stadium on Ticket TV.
Hammond Lumber Company has been a trusted partner of professional contractors, do-it-yourselfers, and homeowners for generations. It's the level of trust that Hammond Lumber has earned by providing an extensive selection of products and materials from industry-leading suppliers with guidance and support through every stage of any project, including delivery of materials throughout Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company is, has been, and will always be your building project partner.
I'd love for you to buy your next vehicle from Downey's Toyota, but our customer reviews are much more convincing than I am.
My husband had a Toyota Land Cruiser for 14 years and he loved it. When we heard they were reintroducing them in 2024, I knew I wanted one. Being part of a family-owned business, I like to buy locally. My salesperson, Luke, and all of the staff were wonderful throughout the entire process.
Thanks, Emily. And when you're looking for the best selection of four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive vehicles, we hope you'll remember.
All roads lead to Down East.
Enhance your student-athlete's performance and get to the next level with Queen City Athletics and VZ. Our 7,000-square-foot facility that includes an indoor turf and weight room offers 24/7 gym access, personalized training, and programs year-round. From speed and agility, strength and conditioning, or sports-specific training, our expert trainers are ready to help athletes of all levels excel. Visit vz.queencityathletics.com or follow us on Facebook or Instagram to learn more and sign up today.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
Bangor, Cameron Stadium, ahead of this Class A North semifinal between the 14-1 Rams and the 9-5-1 Brunswick Dragons. Bangor, an 8-0 quarterfinal victory over Skowhegan earlier this week. Brunswick dispatched Brewer by a 3-2 score in their quarterfinal matchup. Today's contest and Ticket TV presented by Hidden Meadows Golf Course, featuring a 300-yard driving range, a fully stocked pro shop featuring end-of-the-year deals, and a 9-hole course that fits your game regardless of skill level. Hidden Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone. We're also presented by Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. All right, let's take a look at the program histories. As Ernie mentioned in the previous segment, these two teams have been two of the better teams in Class A over the last couple of decades. Here's a look at Brunswick, and Ernie, plenty of text on that screen.
Yeah, it's been a while for either team since they've won a state championship. Brunswick in 2009, Bangor in 2015, but you see state runners-up. They have represented northern Maine in each of the last 3 seasons, Bangor last year, and Brunswick in 2021 beating Bangor in the regional final, and also in 2022. And last year, Brunswick reached the semifinals where they lost to the third team in that triumvirate, the Camden Hills Windjammers, but strong seasons all the way through. I mentioned they had some injury problems early in this season, but it sounds like they've gotten healthy as the season has progressed and come into the playoffs in pretty good shape. And you see, obviously, the records that they had in 21 and 22.
And for the Rams, as we've mentioned, trying to get back to that state championship game. Here's how things have looked in recent years for Bangor.
Yeah, you look at the recent records in the season, just 2 losses, just 3 losses in the last 4 years. So that's very impressive. Again, the state championship in 2015, and this one always confuses me because we've got 2023 first, but that's the most recent state championship game appearance for the Rams. Lost to Scarborough, as you mentioned, but you go back to that early 2000 teens, and Bangor was a regular fixture in the state finals and picked up a couple of state championships in 2011 and 2015.
Those program histories are brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union. Acadia FCU is a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. The teams are being introduced out on the pitch. Bangor Rams and Georgie Stevenson coming out in front of the home crowd, which is late arriving on a chilly morning, but filling in nicely here at Cameron Stadium and with a healthy Dragon contingent off to our right.
Who wants to sit outside early when it's maybe 40 degrees with a wind chill that's a little colder
on
than
metal
that?
Bleachers.
I'd show up at 11:59. That'd be good to go, and I think a lot of fans were close to that. But happy to be here and happy to have their teams advancing to the point where they have to deal with these conditions.
Yeah, it seems like a great setting in store for this Class A North semifinal between the Rams and the Dragons. Kickoff coming up in just a couple of minutes. We'll take our final time out in the Casella pregame show. When we're back, it is Ernie's Keys to the Game and the kick between Bangor and Brunswick coming up next on Ticket TV.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Hello, Maine. We're stuck in the middle of the biggest snowstorm in years, with heavy snow falling and more on the way. If you're not prepared, now's the time. A powerful air and snowblower from Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company can clear your driveway in no time, saving you from hours of backbreaking shoveling. Don't let winter win. Be the king of snow this year. Keep your property clear all winter long. Only at Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, where great backyards begin.
That nip in the air can only mean one thing. Dorsey's fall introductions have arrived, and we need to make room. Hundreds of items have been marked down store-wide. Sherwood by Sealy, king-size pocket coil mattress with a power base. List price $18.59, now only $11.99. Full-size Sherwood mattresses. List price $4.99, now only $2.99. Dorsey's fall clearance is a perfect time to get any room in your home ready for the winter months. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden.
The process at Fairway Auto Sales when you buy a car should be easy. There's no games, and people appreciate that when they're buying a vehicle.
I've purchased 6 vehicles through Tony's Fairway Auto. I have a business where we transport a lot of elderly. I can go to Tony or text Tony or Nicole and let them know what I'm looking for, and he'll find it and get right back to me.
We like to say, come buy your vehicle to Fairway. It's more than just a tagline. It's the way we do business.
We're back at Cameron Stadium, and we are just about ready for the kickoff between the Rams and the Dragons in this Class A North semifinal, which is presented by Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. All right, Ernie, time for the keys to the game. What say you when it comes to the Rams and the Dragons?
Well, I kind of alluded to it in the last break there, or not break, but last segment. The wind is going to be critical here, and we'll see how these teams deal with it. Bangor's going to have the wind at its back in the first half. Again, the wind blowing left to right on your screen. So we'll see if Bangor can capitalize on this and punch a couple in early and maybe kind of take control of the game, both the scoreboard and the momentum. And Brunswick, you would think, looking to just trying to get to halftime when they will have the wind at their back. We'll see how much of a factor it is, but I would suspect it's a definite factor here.
Those keys to the game brought to you by Varney Mazda. That one couldn't have felt great off the back of Gabby Gordon to get the contest underway from point-blank range. Brunswick advancing the ball deep down to their attacking end and have a throw-in. Tossed into the middle of the area where Oldenburg, some nice player-on-player defense to send it back towards the sideline, and Bangor clears up to the 40. Sent forward by Brunswick. Avery Clark is back there trying to deal with it, but instead just has to sweep it out of play as Aislinn Gifford, a little late coming into the picture for the Rams, tossed back in by Ellie Musica.
It is a bit of a crosswind, kind of blowing from the lower left of your screen to the upper right. But we saw last night covering Bangor football that, at least in terms of Oxford Hills, they played one way with the wind. That's passing, and then they ran the ball against the wind and didn't have much luck with the passing game, but did run the ball well when they did. Bangor basically stuck to the ground and had tremendous success, 296 rushing yards in the 20-6 Class A North regular season finale over Oxford Hills that put Bangor not only into the playoffs but into the third spot. They moved up from 5 to third. Oxford Hills and Bangor had been tied in the Crabtree points with Wyndham a point and a half ahead of the two of those. Bangor won. Wyndham lost late to Bonnie Eagle and fell from third to fourth. So Bangor, instead of having to go to Portland to play the defending regional champions next weekend, get a trip to Lewiston. Now, they lost to Lewiston 10-7 here at Cameron Stadium midway through the season, but it was at a field goal, 37-yard field goal at the buzzer.
Oldenburg going for goal off the free kick, and that one winds up in the net behind the goalpost.
And that's part of what the wind does for you. It kind of extends your range on the shot. Key, of course, is keeping it down so it will go into the goal. But that's 35-yard shot there by Oldenburg, and it had plenty of juice on it for sure. It just went too high of the goal.
Bangor got that free kick because Tegan Atherley took a forearm to the mouth, it looked like. Popped right back up off the ground. Clark puts it out of play, calls for the ball, but the referee disagrees with her, and there'll be a throw-in for the Dragons.
Ava Coombs in goal for Bangor, and Jules Morin, sophomore, in goal for the Brunswick Dragons. Younger sister of Alexis, who was an all-stater forward, one of the top players in the state.
You know, Lexi Morin, Mackenzie Beal, and Alicia Palmer, the three captains for these Brunswick Dragons. Here comes Bangor working it left to right across your screen again. A throw in from Clark. She's able to get to it first off of the deflection. Over to the feet of Oldenburg. Her pass got away from her a little bit. Might have caught a glimpse of that wind on the attempted clearance from Brunswick where that ball went in the air and then just kind of took a 90-degree left-hand turn as Clark continues down the near wing, tries to get a cross in. Dealt with by Brunswick and then out of play for a Bangor throw.
See if I can find a miles per hour on this thing, because it is a fairly stiff breeze.
Be a Bangor throw from right in front of the Brunswick bench. Clark tosses it into the direction of Gordon. Brunswick was the first to it as Eva Koski got a foot to it, but now it's JoJo Kluke. Kluke sends that one far, and maybe the wind had something to do with that because that ball kept carrying out of play.
Well, according to Google, right now it's 44, feels like 39.
That seems about accurate.
Humidity 52%, wind at 9 miles per hour.
It's a consistent 9, though, with gusts probably up in the teens.
Seems like a lot less than the double figures if it was like 11 or 12, but it's something that certainly, as you noticed, is affecting the game. Bangor controlling the pace and controlling the ball here with the winds at their back, pretty much all in their offensive end.
Trying to pass it into the middle, out in front of Gordon. Can Brunswick start a break? Up through the middle of the defense goes Lexi Morin, player we've been talking about quite a bit here in the early going, but the Rams defense converges on her and steals the ball back.
Yeah, Sophia Chase, junior back there with a good one-on-one defense.
And good defense by the Dragons at the other end to stop a Bangor counter. And then some physical play going on in the midfield between Alicia Palmer and Clara Oldenburg. It's the Bangor junior that wins it away and has it back at her feet. Oldenburg finds Kylan Atherley. No, just out in front of her. Collision in the box and a penalty. Yes. An early penalty is the call in favor of the Rams just over 5 minutes into this game. 5 minutes and 6 seconds in, Kylan Atherley wins a penalty for Bangor. There you see the shoulder-to-shoulder contact with Solveig Ledwick. And now Bangor a chance to take the early lead.
Good pass there by Clara Oldenburg.
It looks like Gabby Gordon stepping up to take from the spot.
Oldenburg setting that up.
Gordon spots the ball 12 yards from goal. Referee talking with Jules Mooring.
Gordon with 3 goals and 5 assists so far this season.
Saw her score from long distance. The end of the regular season against Brewer. Referee just making sure everyone's on the same page here. .34-54 frozen on the clock. An early chance for the Rams. Gordon runs up on it and her shot finds the bottom right corner. Gabby Gordon gives Bangor the early lead in this North semifinal.
Yeah, here's the replay here, and Gordon setting up. We'll see what kind of movement Morin made in net to try to anticipate where the ball was going. Yeah, really played that pretty honest, and just a shot being too good by Gordon in a place where Morin couldn't get it. And we are, less than 5 minutes, barely 5 minutes into the game, 5:06, and Bangor with a 1-0 lead.
Brunswick trying to get things going off the restart. Gabby Gordon, just a sophomore on this Bangor team, one of the more unsung players because of the strike force of Oldenburg and Tegan Atherley, and even a freshman like Georgie Stevenson, who's got mid-teens in goals by this point in the season. But there are few midfielders as sound as Gordon, as Brunswick tries to break in the other direction, but good defense by Bangor at the back.
Eva Kuski with a steal and started to go, but Bangor back defensively to push her off the ball, and now the Rams with a goal kick.
Alicia Palmer just trying to get the ball down at that end of the pitch and force Eva Coombs into action for the first time today as it floats wide. But it's Brunswick right back on it following the goal kick. Here's Morin, cross in, and Coombs plays the angle well, going to the carpet to collect it. Coombs rolls out to Clark. Clark galloping up the field, now a long pass ahead, deflected by Brunswick. That took the steam out of it and allowed Ellie Musica to jump on it momentarily before Oldenburg, again, playing a little deeper in her midfield role so far in this one, comes back to win it away.
Yeah, I see Gordon back with the defense in a while until Bangor establishes possession in the offensive end, and then she'll push up to join Oldenburg.
Oldenburg puts it outside to Gifford, who continued her run, angling into the box. Gifford's cross almost got stuck on the carpet there as it swept out wide for a Rams throw.
She had 3 assists against Skowhegan, correct?
Yeah, they were peppering the box from coming down both wings.
Yeah, Gifford back after missing all of last season with a knee injury. She's been back and contributing in a major way, as evidenced by those 3 assists against Skowhegan.
Brunswick clears it out of the area. Just going out for another Bangor throw as Clark goes back to collect. Our game this afternoon brought to you in part by Uno Pizzeria and Grill. Right now, buy one pizza while dining in. Get a second one of lesser or equal value for half off. For takeout, call 947-5000 or go to unos.com. Rams defensive line not allowing the ball to get beyond them into the midfield area. Oldenburg met by a couple, so she goes backwards to Kluge. Kluge trying to find a teammate, gets it up ahead to Atherley. Now it's Oldenburg in a little pocket of space, has to pull the ball back under her control. Her pass intended for Gordon intercepted, but only as far once again as Kluge. Physical play there. The Brunswick fans and bench alike are up in arms. No call from the referee as Clark sends one down towards goal. And it's scooped up by Morin. The Dragons just trying to get the ball beyond midfield first, trying to get a little possession going in this game. It has been lopsided in favor of the Rams at the start. Oldenburg ahead to Atherley. Atherley, a good touch to get around the defender. Does she have the angle? No, as the shot goes wide.
Now, some pretty crisp interior passing by the Rams here over the last 2 or 3 minutes. You kind of work against your odds of completing them the more that you make, but Bangor's been able to get them through pretty effectively. That pass there from Oldenburg to Atherley, she just had to go too far to gain control for a shot, and at that point lost the angle.
Bangor back in the box across from Atherley in the area of her sister Kylan. Now Brunswick again just trying to sweep it out, and Clark goes back to deal.
Yeah, Clark runs the entire field. I mean, she's essentially enlisted as a back, but you'll see her up on the wing in the forward line quite often.
She's a right back, a right mid, and a right wing all in one.
She's pretty much right. Yes, correct.
She's the right side of the field.
Yeah, very effective long kick. Fairly tall out there as well to go up and get the head balls.
Gifford again trying to angle her way into the box. Early pass this time just in front of Kylan. Deflection comes to Teagan. Can she bring it under her control? No. Ran into Morin in goal as the ball goes wide, and Brunswick clears it up the sideline.
Yeah, a matter of inches there as the ball just popped in front of Teagan Atherley at the far post. Just enough so Jules Morin could get out there. Right there, she tipped it just a little bit too far ahead of what she wanted, and Jules Morin able to get out there and block it away. But the pressure by Bangor continues.
Rams trying to get it back into the midfield. Oldenburg takes it to the far sideline. Being guarded closely over there. Around one defender, not the second, as she gets shouldered to the turf. And nothing going on other than a throw-in for the Dragons.
Yeah, you have to allow a little physicality in this game, some physicality in this game. Of course, the difference between this and the professional ranks is the professional ranks, the players go down and don't want to get up.
Yeah, these girls are getting back up off the turf. They're not trying to sell it.
No, just play on.
They didn't get breathed on and then went down holding their head or something. Gifford to Atherley. Again, that quick passing by Bangor out to Teagan on the wing. Cross comes in behind the goal. Now, Loring Job Corps, don't settle for training just to get a job. Get training that results in a career. Visit jobcorps.gov. And Colebrook Mitsubishi is New England's #1 volume Mitsubishi dealer, featuring a 5-year, 60,000-mile comprehensive warranty and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with rates as low as 0%. Colebrook Mitsubishi at 337 Madison Ave in Skowhegan and at colebrookmitsubishi.com.
See that goal kick barely get out to the 25-yard line. Football-wise, be 35 yards from the end line.
Yeah, just getting beat down by the wind. There's a shot with the wind at her back from Oldenburg, but it skips in low for Morin to collect.
Had that near post for her, far post for us, covered.
Once again, that ball gets a couple of yards beyond midfield, and there are red shirts all around it to send it in the other direction. Gifford rolls it over to Kluke. Kluke through 3 defenders, able to keep her footing and get through it.
She's waving her teammates to a spot, too, while she's dribbling. Impressive there.
Atherley tried from distance, but a little wide of the mark.
Yeah, Morin's calling for help in terms of sending the ball long, and I think she wants to go try to chase it down and get into some sort of one-on-one situation, which might be Brunswick's best bet offensively, given how the first 13 minutes have gone.
Bangor bringing in the talented freshman Georgie Stevenson. Kylan Atherley coming off.
Yeah,
Maddie McLean also in for Aislinn Gifford.
Stevenson, 13 goals, 7 assists on the season. She's the 3rd leading goal scorer for the Rams.
And Maddie McLean scored from the spot the 8th and final goal of that quarterfinal victory to give Bangor the 8-0 60-minute win over Skowhegan.
Yeah, Maddie McLean Jr., she scored in each of the last 2 games. Has 3 goals on the season, but 2 of them have come here in the late going, which is another good sign for Bangor to expand the depth of the offensive threats.
Double substitution for the Dragons as Riley Hall and Hazel Bachman back onto the pitch.
Yeah, he's Coach Bachman, Kevin Bachman, first-year head coach of the Dragons. He's really rotating players in. He had 3 subs just a moment ago.
Here's McLean with her first touch. And that deflects off her at a play for a Brunswick throw. If you're in the mood for mouth-watering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, come to Angelo's Pizzeria in Bangor and in Hamden. Should this ball get hung up in the midfield area, we'll get ready to send you off to our first picture-in-picture break of the contest. See if the Dragons can do anything here as they win another throw on the left side of midfield. Poked forward by Brunswick. Crowd of players, and it's Oldenburg coming out of there with it. Clara in the other direction trying to set Bangor away on a counter. And as it comes back towards the midfield, well, now it's with Atherley. Atherley looking around. Through traffic, pass ahead to Stevenson. Goes all the way back to Morin in goal. And with that, let's send you off to that picture-in-picture break, keeping an eye on the action here at Cameron Stadium. Back with the commentary in just a few moments on Ticket TV.
High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales. Nothing runs like a deer in Bangor and Ellsworth. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Casella. Giving resources new life. Firehouse Subs. 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and furniture. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of Ticket TV. Varney Mazda, located at 260 Hogan Road in Bangor. Hidden Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. And by Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's ed for 55 years.
We're back here at Cameron Stadium. Ticket TV brought to you in part by Black Fly Coffee. Start your day off right with Black Fly Coffee, a local coffee shop with drive-through and mobile ordering, serving the best coffee in the area, along with bagels, bakery items, donuts, and fresh squeezed lemonade at 107 Main Road in Holden, just across the Brewer line. While you're out that direction, check out Dorsey's Furniture, Route 1A in Holden, and find Dorsey's top pick Eastman House Queen mattresses in 5 comfort levels on sale now, starting at just $6.99. Rams in control of this one, 1-0. They have had the lion's share of possession so far in this first half, working with the wind at their backs. Brunswick trying to get the ball up towards midfield, but they're taking on both Bangor right now as well as a stiff breeze in their face, which doesn't make the clearances any easier when the Rams keep attacking from left to right.
Bangor needs to try to cash in on this opportunities that they've had. Again, we go back to the pregame because you don't know what it's going to be like in the second half when the wind is not going in the other direction, but the teams are going in the opposite directions.
Clark collects the loose ball for Bangor once again. They recycle it through their back line, up ahead to Oldenburg. Oldenburg trying to long through ball, and she's got it perfectly weighted up the far sideline. Chasing after it is Gabby Roy. Roy getting a cross in, or is that a shot? Boy, that was tipped by Morin out in front of goal, and it goes behind for a Bangor corner. Dangerous there, though, from the Rams.
Well, that's a tremendous effort by Gabby Roy, to chase the ball down before it goes out of bounds and then gain control, come back toward the middle of the field. Tough angle on the shot for sure, but forced Morin not to take any chances in goal and put a hand on it to knock it out of bounds, and now Bangor gets first corner kick of the afternoon.
Delivery from Oldenburg, and that one goes straight up in the air, and Morin able to come to the near post to grab it.
Morin, a pretty tall goalkeeper as well. That helps with those high balls.
Bangor, the first to it off the goal kick. A little give and go between Atherley and Roy.
Boy, she's got speed out there on that left wing.
Yeah, she closed the crown to that ball in no time. A little loose with the pass, but it pops right to Atherley. Atherley takes a shot from outside the box, and that one floats well off to the right. Call Novus Auto Glass today at 945-6688 to get your windshield repaired or replaced. And Bangor Window Shade and Drapery offers custom blind shades, drapery, and outdoor awnings at Bangor Window Shade, 105 Main Street in Bangor. Give you a look at the school profiles coming up in just a couple of minutes as we approach the midway point of this first half with the Rams leading the Dragons 1-0. Kluge to Gordon. Gordon back to Clark. Oldenburg takes it from McLean and continues down the near sideline. Shouldered to the ground there by Solveig Ledwig. And Bangor wins a throw there with McLean getting a foot in on the attempted clearance from the Dragons. A couple of substitutions before this throw is made as Aislinn Gifford comes back in for McLean.
Well, here's a score for you.
All right.
Oklahoma 7, Maine 7.
There you go.
5:30 left in the opening quarter.
This ain't your normal Sooners team at 4-4, 1-3, reeling in the SEC.
No, not at all. And this is it's a non-conference game. It's a money game. It's a way for Oklahoma to fill the stadium one more time, but they've got 3 straight conference games in a row coming up with the likes of Missouri, a top 20 team. I think Alabama's in that mix as well. So easy for the Sooners, believe it or not, despite a 4-4 record, 1-3 in the conference, to maybe look past the Black Bears just a little bit.
Brunswick trying to advance it in the opposite direction. They haven't had much luck doing so this afternoon as that ball stays in along the far sideline and then goes out for a Bangor throw. Let's show you the school profiles now, and we begin with the visitors from Brunswick.
Brunswick, 1193. They're just about the same as Bangor. Bangor, you can see, is 1200. Christopher Berry, the principal. Kirk Meehan, the athletic administrator for the Dragons. And did you know Carl Harrison Stump Merrill is a former Major League Baseball manager, spent 38 years in the Yankees organization, including a stint as the Yankees manager, as we get a break here.
Break away, but the flag is up. Wouldn't have counted if Kylan could have got the shot away. She was tripped up before even getting that opportunity.
Yes. Graduated from Brunswick High School, where he was a star in baseball, basketball, and football. Kyle Stump Merrill, legend in Maine baseball circles.
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, I have a different athletic administrator, I should say, on the soccer roster for Brunswick, Callie Phillips.
Yeah, we are looking at a different name here, but
and Troy Henninger is the principal. So they've had some changes down there in the last couple of years. Had a hazing incident with their football team, and of course one doesn't have to do with the other necessarily, but they've undergone some change in that system. Then you see Bangor with the 1,200 enrollment. Paul Butler, the principal, and Steve Enstein, a longtime athletic administrator of both Sam the Ram and the rest of the student body. Did you know President Teddy Roosevelt visited Bangor on August 27th, 1902? Seen here in that picture, touring the city in the carriage with former Mayor Flavius O. Beale. What a
that's
name.
A name. You don't get a lot of Flaviuses anymore.
I suppose that's Flavor Flav's real name.
Flavius Flav. Back to Coombs in goal, cleared upfield. There's a person I have not heard from in I don't know how long.
Last time I saw him was on one of those celebrity roasts on Comedy Central.
I think he had a brief stint as a reality TV star when he was married to
Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah, the wife of Ivan Drago from Rocky IV.
Exactly, Dolph Lundgren. And, of course, you always knew what time it was with Flavor Flav. Giant clock hanging from his neck. That was pretty cool, actually. That was a pretty interesting character.
Bangor pokes it over the top as Brunswick at least was able to hold it in the midfield for a while. Now cleared out for a Rams throw. UMaine Online offers 60-plus online degree and certificate programs through Maine's flagship university. Apply now, umaine.edu/online. Clark with the throw. And then knocking it off of Brunswick. That pass out of the reach of Clark along the sideline as Brunswick makes a substitution and brings Lexi Morin back into the game after getting a breather.
Clark's dad can't be here today. He's got a football game to coach.
Yep.
Nat Clark, the head coach of the Husson College Eagles. They're hosting Western New England. Be a tough game for the Eagles. We're off to a good start again this season.
Georgie Stevenson waiting to come back onto the pitch for the Rams as Brunswick brings in the throw. And now we will get that substitution. Stevenson coming on for Gabby Roy coming off the field. She did her fair share of running, so well deserving of a breather.
You play on the wing in high school soccer. You have to be a sprinter of sorts.
Put back in play. Kylan Atherley got a toe. Teagan got a toe to it over to Kylan. Kept the run alive for the Rams, and now Teagan regains her balance, sends it towards Gifford. Can she get there? No. As it crosses over out of play. You mentioned Husson, Ernie. They are leading Western New England 13-7, 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Good job, Western New England. Generally the second best team in the Conference of New England, as it's known now. Husson at home with off to a good start. Be a big win for them.
Of course, Avery's brother, the quarterback of that team, Max Clark, having a pretty good year, a former Bangor Ram, racking up the touchdown passes for the Eagles.
Set a record last week, 6 touchdowns in a game, 6 touchdown passes. He waited his turn, 2 years Max did after graduating from Bangor High School. Watched, is it Nick Visser?
Yes.
Former quarterback for the Husson Eagles. He was a record-setting quarterback as well. He graduated, and Max has stepped in and done a nice job. Yep.
In the box, here's Bangor, crossed through, couldn't find a red shirt. Can they get to it? No, some strong defense from the Dragons, and now a free kick going against the Rams. Some of that arm barring in the box between players. Once again, the clearance, though, only makes it as far as Avery. She slips some contact from a defender, puts it down towards Kylan's way, and then it's cleared out for another Bangor throw.
I'm surprised Larry's hat hasn't blown off yet. It's got kind of a rim to it, all the way around, and all it has to do is get a little underdraft there. And
I think there's enough of the head from brim up inside of that thing to keep it fixed. He's looking up here. Did he hear us?
I don't think
That was
so.
a little frightening.
He's walking the sidelines, doing what he's done for half a century.
He's been at it. The Hall of Famer.
Yep, Maine Press Association Hall of Fame inductee a couple of weeks ago.
I was going to say, of
That's
course,
right,
the 2024 Ticket Legacy Award winner, the biggest of them all.
I got to prioritize these things, indeed.
Bangor wins it back in the midfield. Clark trying to hold off her defender. And that'll be a Ram throw off the deflection. With things stuck up in the midfield, let's get ready to send you off to another picture-in-picture break. We'll be back with the commentary from Cameron in about 2.5 minutes' time on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers.
Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart.
And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 60 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth, and Bangor.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
It's my first Mazda. Thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Like our spicy Cajun chicken with Cajun seasoned grilled chicken breast and a house-made Cajun mayo. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Visit 920 Stillwater Avenue, Bangor.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
We're back here at Cameron Stadium with the Rams leading the Brunswick Dragons 1-0 inside the final 10 minutes of the first half of this Class A semifinal on Ticket TV. Brought to you in part by North Star Waste and Recycling, conveniently located at 198 Deergo Drive in Brewer. At North Star, they're picking up what you are putting down. Today's coverage also brought to you by Bennett Auto Center. Experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and online at BennettAutoCenter.com. Tiller and Rise, a local grocer located at 20 South Main Street in Brewer, that is proud to offer products from right here in the great state of Maine. And Bangor Floral, make memories, send flowers from Bangor Floral in the In-Town Plaza, 332 Harlow Street in Bangor. Learning right before we came back from that picture-in-picture, some nervy moments at the back for the Brunswick Dragons off of a corner kick. Morin came out of goal, had the ball in her mitts for a second, but then popped free. She went to ground. Luckily for the Dragons, they were able to get a clearance from one of their backs.
That's one of the types of things you're looking for if you're the team on the corner kick. You have a play in mind and a place to get the ball off the kick, but you also got to be aware of unforeseen circumstances like that. But Brunswick did a nice job of clearing it with some Bangor players in threatening positions nearby.
Brunswick trying to hold off the Rams once again as they send that one out towards the sideline. Trying to get up ahead to Lexi Morin, but beyond her grasp. She has not been able to find her way into this game as Brunswick just cannot advance the ball up top to her. See if that changes in the second half once these teams switch sides of the field.
Well, she's also got 3 Bangor defenders around her, generally speaking. They're the last line of defense, and she's the only one up there as the striker, and so it's tough to get her to the ball with room to move.
Oldenburg, nice little stutter step, gets space for the cross, whips it in.
Oh!
A touch from Morin, and it was just enough to knock it off the path of a couple of Rams hanging out at the back post.
Yeah, Gabby Morin got her foot on it, but sent it high. Here's Oldenburg beating her defender, getting to the corner and slicing a nice effort back. I think Athley overran a little bit, and there's Gabby Roy, over the top with the shot.
Oldenburg battling for possession along the far side of the pitch. Roy trying to go after it in the box. Brunswick trying to hold her off. Now crawling towards the sideline, and Roy still the first over to the ball. Ref looking for a little help, and it's going to be a Bangor throw. No, they changed their minds, switch it up.
Pointed one way, now pointed the other. It looked like Gabby Roy did a nice job of maybe getting it out of bounds off Brunswick, but that's not the ruling.
Rifled back in by the Dragons, and they win about 5-10 yards of field positioning. This ball game brought to you by Liberty Olden, licensed insurance agent. Liberty is an independent agent who helps individuals and small businesses find the best plans that suit their needs. Call Liberty Olden today at 217-8214.
Morin tried to send number 10, Molly Taft, downfield with a good pass, but there was Avery Clark covering the entire field, that time getting back all the way back on defense to stifle the threat.
Brunswick trying to keep it alive at this end of the pitch where they have just not had too much time with possession of the ball. Bangor brings it the other way. Long lead pass over the top of Atherley and back to Morin at the edge of our area.
Yeah, that last possession was probably the longest time Brunswick's had it in their offensive end, in its offensive end, perhaps for the entire match so far.
Bangor again in a little bit of space, passing it through the midfield. McLean returns it to Oldenburg. Over to Kylan, up ahead to Teagan. Teagan trying to get the angle for the shot, unable to do so. Brunswick knocks it down but can't clear it. Clara back on the ball. Brunswick incensed that there was no call there, and Clara's shot has to be tipped over the crossbar by Morin in goal.
Yeah, you see the extension of the arms, and you're kind of waiting for something to happen, but just determination by Oldenburg here. That's kind of where the contact was, and Oldenburg able to reverse direction, get the ball back on her right foot, and send a dangerous shot that Jules Morin was able to redirect over the crossbar, but not without some difficulty. Shots on goal now 7-1 in favor of Bangor.
Corner comes in by the Rams. And we got another penalty coming up for Bangor. This is how they have the one goal on the board, and they win another one off the corner. Look at this. Maddie McLean tries to stop the ball at her feet and then just gets run through from behind. And that was Lexi Morin committing the foul that will give Gabby Gordon another chance from the spot with 4:31 frozen on the clock in this first half.
Yeah, Lexi Morin had come up because of the corner kick to kind of help out defensively against the Rams, but that time worked against the Dragons. Is now Gabby Gordon already with a penalty kick 5 minutes and 6 seconds into the contest to give Bangor the 1-0 lead. We'll go at it again. She went to the left of Jules Morin the first time. Morin didn't have a chance. We'll see how she plays it this time.
Gordon once again at the spot. Quick run up, her shot, and she pulls it wide. Brunswick still down by just one as Gabby Gordon unable to convert this time from the spot. Teagan Atherley trying to give her a little pep talk over there. And this remains a one-goal game with 4:31 to play to the half.
I think we've got a stoppage here.
Yeah, the game is off and running, but only a few players thought that we were still active.
Sometimes it's hard to tell when you look at the nets like that, whether it goes in or not. Just missed it. Just wide to the, would it be to the right of Morin, to the left of the goal as we look at it.
So it'll be a Brunswick free kick. The clock is running. Not sure if the referees have noticed that, but we're back underway officially now. Just over 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Gordon, the first one to the ball out of the air. Clark to Oldenburg, Oldenburg to Gordon. Gordon in space, tries to get the pass ahead to Atherley. Boy, it was there before a timely toe to the ball from a Dragon defender.
Very narrow pathway, and just being a tick late enabled Brunswick to get back and close that gap up.
Dragons try to go over the top of the Bangor defense. Unable to do so as it's dealt with by Clark to McLean. Now Oldenburg going backwards. Short passing again for the Rams, wins them a throw in front of their bench. From a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire Company has you covered since 1927. The best in tires and service. Find it at 514 Colebrook Road in Herman or at bangortire.com. This contest also brought to you by Pat's Pizza in Hamden. Whether you're just watching or playing, soccer can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden. Call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com. And for over 30 years, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning has been Bangor's best dry cleaners. Ask about their military and senior citizen discounts. Open 7 to 7, 7 days a week at 1001 Union Street in Bangor. Clark tosses it back in. 2.5 minutes remaining in this first 40 of play between Bangor and Brunswick in the Class A North semifinal. Stevenson in the box. Puts one offside netting.
Avery Clark with a steal there to set that up and passed it to head to Kylan Athley for a good bid. Again, there is 1 minute Avery Clark down on the defensive end making plays, and there she is up on the offensive.
Oldenburg finds Atherley. The flag stayed down. A great save by Mooring. It's still alive in the box as McLean goes to collect. Back to Oldenburg, who gets one on goal. Off a couple legs of Brunswick defenders and now cleared out to Lexi Morin. Bangor able to get back on the ball. And now it's Atherley.
That's about as good a save as you'll see in a soccer match as Atherley was going in, had the right foot ready to attack, but Morin went out and cut off the angle, got one arm on it, and sent it away. I don't think Atherley, with 34 goals this season, has been stopped like that very often. Credit to the goalie, and Brunswick hanging around, trying to get to halftime down by just one here.
The Rams still trying to go through the midfield to get another attack out of this. We're going to send you off to one quick picture-in-picture, less than a minute long. We'll be back for the conclusion of this first half right after this between the Rams and the Dragons on Ticket TV.
Desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves, work you can see, work that matters. Others might call it dirty, but we don't mind. At Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, and it's important work that keeps society moving. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Back here at Cameron Stadium, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Can Bangor get one last look at goal? 1 for 2 from the penalty spot. Here's Oldenburg at the edge of the box, down to 4 seconds. A cross comes in, and Morin squeezes it for the final action of the first half of play. Morin with a bit of a sigh as she comes off the field, tosses the ball to the referee, and after 40 minutes of play in this Class A North semifinal, it's Bangor 1 and Brunswick 0. This contest brought to you in part by Frank's Bake Shop, family owned and operated since 1945. Check out Frank's Meals to Go, convenient and delicious. And don't forget those scrumptious baked goods that have made Frank's famous. Call 947-4594. It's Frank's Bake Shop at 199 State Street in Bangor and at franksbakery.com. And Bangor Mall Cinemas is Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners and upgraded food menu. Find showtime and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. Don't go anywhere. The Heroes Halftime Show is coming up next on Ticket TV.
Have a painful tooth or an entire mouthful of teeth? Mid-Coast Denture Design now offers tooth extractions in both Ellsworth and Brewer. Get your teeth pulled and immediate dentures placed right in our office. Quick, convenient, and comfortable. Let Dr. Lindsay Young and her staff create immediate dentures for you, all in one location. Mid-Coast Denture Design, the go-to destination for dentures and tooth extraction services. Because everyone deserves an awesome smile. Visit midcoastdenturedesignmain.com.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that...
You've lived quite a life. Now, it's time to live it up. We're here to help you enjoy all you've earned. Brewer Federal Credit Union. brewerfcu.org.
Think you can't afford college? Think again. Right now at Washington County Community College in Calais, tuition is free. Yeah, free tuition for recent high school graduates at Washington County Community College. So if you graduated between 2020 and 2023, or will graduate in 2024 or 2025, you won't pay anything in tuition or mandatory fees while you pursue a degree or certificate full-time. Enroll today and see just how good free can be. Learn more at wccc.me.edu or call 207-454-1000.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
Welcome back. We are at the half of this Class A semifinal between the Bangor Rams and the Brunswick Dragons on Ticket TV. Bangor 1 for 2 from the penalty spot in the first half, and that has them in front 1-0 over the Brunswick Dragons. Welcome in to the Heroes Halftime Show on Ticket TV, presented, of course, by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be. The official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. All right, let's take a look at the first half highlights presented by Next Home Experience. For the third straight year, Next Home is the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
We talked in the pregame about the impact of the wind today. We won't know how much of it was Bangor's nice passing and keeping the ball on the ground versus the wind itself until the second half starts. But here's the only goal of the game so far, the penalty kick by Gabby Gordon gives the Rams the lead. Rams did have multiple chances here. Here's Tegan Atherley coming up just wide. Here's some good work by Gabby Roy going down the left wing. Cuts back inside with a shot that Morin went out and put a hand on. Couldn't know for sure that it wasn't going in without her blocking it away. There's Oldenburg with a cross, and the shot, it goes high over the net. Here's Oldenburg again. She just really did a nice job of quarterbacking this whole team. First half, good save there by Jules Morin there off Oldenburg. And here's the second penalty kick. That came with 4:31 left in the opening half, and they go back to Gordon. This time she tries to go to the other side, and the ball ticks just wide there. As Oldenburg sending Atherley in, and Morin comes out and makes a great stop, cutting off the angle to the goal to help keep her team within just one goal at 1-0 down.
There's a shot of the team talk going on down at the half on the pitch between the Bangor Rams. And a look at our University of Maine fan cam presented by Black Bear Sports. Black Bear football, women's basketball, and men's basketball tickets all on sale right now. Get your tickets today by calling 207-581-BEAR or go online at goblackbears.com/tickets. Last update, UMaine football trailing by a touchdown down in Norman. 14-7 against the Sooners. Of course, basketball tips off the season on Monday. The women at 11 a.m. against LaSalle, and the men down at Cameron Indoor Stadium, 7 o'clock against Cooper Flag and Duke. We'll have both of those contests for you on the ticket. And tonight, Maine Hockey looks for another sweep, take on Merrimack after a clean and crisp 5-0 victory last night at Alfond Arena. Pretty fast-moving game, too, for hockey standards, in and out.
2-0 in the first period, and it was kind of just controlled by the Black Bears for the most part. And nice rocking chair kind of win for Ben Barr and the club. So see tonight if they can match that performance tonight, or at least enough to get the second win and improve to, 6-0-1 with a win tonight.
Yep. Good start for the number 7 team in the country. Here on Ticket TV, we are brought to you by Doors Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all your equipment needs. Now offering $0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select models. Visit doorsequipment.com. And we're brought to you by Hillside Athletics. At Hillside, they're passionate about sports and feature cutting-edge equipment to help you better your game. Visit hillsideathletics.com for a full list of equipment, services, and training packages. We'll take a time out. When we come back, some final numbers on that first half, and we get you set for the second half kick. It is about 3 minutes away on Ticket TV in this Class A North semifinal between the Rams and the Dragons.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Thank you for helping us have a great start in 2023.
When we started, we wanted to make sure that North Star could help everyone's needs, whether you own a business, you're a homeowner, or a contractor.
Or you have a big project that you need a big dumpster for.
We have what you need: front-load dumpsters, roll-offs, and our transfer station, and so much more.
And the best part is, our prices are unbelievable. If you don't have one of these, you're paying too much.
So who cares if your trash gets picked up? At North Star Waste and Recycling, we care.
Ambition is desire. Ambition is spirit. Ambition is drive. Find your ambition right here at Coldbrook Mitsubishi in Skowhegan. There's a reason we're the #1 Mitsubishi volume dealer in the state. We've got the selection. We've got rates as low as 0%, and nobody will pay you more for your trade. Find your ambition. Drive your ambition. Only at Coldbrook Mitsubishi, Madison Avenue, Skowhegan. Start here at coldbrookmitsubishi.com.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for $0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Have you tried the new happy hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
We're back at Cameron Stadium. Ticket TV brought to you in part by the Fitch Company, where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters, all ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Visit them at fitchcompany.com. And we're brought to you by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home to complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan. Route 1 in Hancock and at tonysfairwayauto.com. 1-0 our score at the break between the Bangor Rams and the Brunswick Dragons. Bangor 1 for 2 from the penalty spot in the first half. Now, Ernie, we flip sides of the field and we see how much of that wind had an impact on keeping the Dragons really on one side of the pitch in the first half.
Yeah, indeed. Again, it could be a tale of two games. But Bangor, nice job of, short, crisp passes, low to the ground, not to be affected by the wind. And we'll see if they can continue that against the wind in the second half and maintain some possession in the offensive end like Brunswick was unable to do in the first half. Shots on goal in the first half, Bangor 9, Brunswick 1, saves 8 for Jules Morin, 1 for Ava Coombs of Bangor, 3 corner kicks for Bangor and none for the Brunswick Dragons.
Second half is underway, and it begins with JoJo Kluge having to run backwards to chase down that ball. Back to Coombs, who just sweeps it sideways, maybe conscious of what the wind would have done to it if she tried to pop it straight up from that position.
I think that is something that both teams have to get used to, having the wind either at their back or against them here in the second half after playing 40 minutes the other way around.
Throw for Brunswick as Morin comes back to the loose ball. She barely got to touch the soccer ball in the first half of play. The impact player for the Dragons. Bangor tries to go over the top, but it's taken away by the back line for Brunswick. Here's Roy. She made a good living in that first half, running up and down the far sideline before the teams change sides. Oldenburg all around the traffic.
See, this is something Brunswick was unable to do in the first half. That is get numbers down on the offensive end, but Oldenburg being able to control the ball like that in the midfield helps the Rams get those players in position where they can set up their offense.
And you got Gordon closing things down behind her to get it back to Oldenburg. Bangor restarts the move. Clara had the ball caught up between her feet, and it allowed the Dragons to clear it back beyond midfield. Clark goes back to Jalen Williams. Williams outside, and Avery keeps it in bounds.
Yeah, see Brunswick putting pressure on Bangor's defense to try to maintain a little bit of a geographical edge, and this time it worked, but still not in a position to set up their offense.
Dragons down the far sideline as that one rolls out of play. Today's game brought to you in part by The Growing Place, helping families grow for less and polishing your home in style for a fraction of retail cost. Check them out first, check them out often. Do Green, sustainability is always trending at 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. And the Coach House Restaurant and Brewer is your stop for home-style cooking, homemade desserts, and an experienced, friendly staff. It's the Coach House. Takeout available at 457 Wilson Street in Brewer and at thecoachhouserestaurant.com. Get a look at our broadcast schedule. Well, actually, I was going to say we'll get a look at our broadcast schedule. I can just tell it to you because it's the rest of today and it's next week. We are in game one of a triple header today at Cameron Stadium. Coming up after this one, a couple of John Bapt's teams to be featured. Football, Class D quarterfinal at 4 between the Crusaders and Mattanockuk. And then at 7, the nightcap, the John Bapt's boys soccer team looks to get back to, what is it, a third consecutive regional championship for them?
Yes, they are the two-time defending Class B North champions. And this is a rematch of last year's regional final, the semifinal here that John Baptist was able to win.
Here's Gifford up through the middle of the defense, but that final touch just poked it back far enough for Morin to come out and collect. And now you see what she can do when she's not kicking into a stiff breeze as she punts it about 50 yards down the field with the clearance.
Yeah, those teams, by the way, John Baptist only lost this season, came against Ellsworth. They split 2 regular season games, and last year in the regional final, Ellsworth led 2-0. John Baptist rallied for a 3-2 win in overtime. So that's a pretty good rivalry there, so it should be a pretty exciting game here at Cameron Stadium, starting at 7 o'clock. I don't know what the temperature will be by then, but
nippy. I'll tell you that. It'll be chilly.
We'll be. I think we're peaking right about now.
Bangor trying to get it back beyond midfield, sending one deep for Atherley to run after, too far out in front of her, so she peels off as Morin collects it.
You will be comfortably inside by then.
I will, in
the
steamy 82-degree Greenway Equipment Studios. I'll be dealing with a different sort of temperature uncomfortability.
Too hot. Oh boy, I'm going to feel your pain. I'll be sitting here still. It's all right. Chance to see a good ball game.
Here come the Dragons trying to get it to Moring. It pops right back to Eva Kuski, and then Bangor advances it in the other direction. Roy continues the run to about midfield. Given away there by the Dragons to Oldenburg. Oldenburg tosses Alicia Palmer off of her. Back out to Roy down the near sideline. And it'll be a Bangor throw just over 5 minutes into this second half of play. Gordon, the goal scorer for the Rams, 1 of 2 from the penalty spot in the first half. Stops the ball, gives it back to Oldenburg.
Looked like she wanted to shoot, but Brunswick with a quick reaction to stop that. I think like Oldenburg, I mean, she's one player who's not impacted by the wind at all, the way she plays the ball off her feet into a teammate. I think of her as kind of the quarterback there.
Well, she just plays the game with a certain strength that is rare in Maine high school soccer, both physically and then what she's able to do with the ball as well, how she's able to manipulate it.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she'd be the strongest player on the field necessarily. That's not a put down, but she's deceptively strong physically and then just so intelligent with the ball and skilled with it. Corner kick coming up for the Rams here.
Yeah, poked behind by Brunswick.
Gabby Roy with the work. Oh, they're going to call it a goal kick. What am I looking at? Okay. Apparently none of my 4 eyes work here at the moment.
Substitution for Brunswick as Nat Cantrell comes back onto the pitch, replacing Kuski.
Better scratch that one off. I marked it down already.
Gifford and Clark playing a little two-person game along the far sideline before Clark loses it for a Brunswick throw.
Tell you what, I'm not as tough as that ball girl on the other side. She's out there in shorts.
I know. There were kids over on the Cohen field a little while ago shooting around in shorts and T-shirts.
Yeah. It's not tough enough. And by the time I did that for 5 minutes today, I'd be lying in bed tomorrow coughing and sneezing for 48 hours.
Brunswick trying to keep the ball down at this end of the pitch, playing a little dummy around the referee. Palmer was unable to get back to it. Popped up in the air by Elsa Reynolds. And now it falls to Roy with space to run. Give and go there between Roy and Atherley. Today's game brought to you in part by Betty's Ice Cream. If you're looking for a sweet treat, head to Betty's Ice Cream Shop. They serve up homemade ice cream and creamy milkshakes along with paletas and mangonadas, conveniently located at 1012 Stillwater Avenue, right behind Town Fair Tire. Open from noon to 8:30, Monday through Sunday. Bangor chasing after this one and sweeping it out wide for a throw. Able to save the corner was Jalen Williams at the back.
That was a long throw by throw-in by Lexi Morin that set that up, and there's Morin again down deep with another throw-in, but she's going to hopefully, for her sake, she wants to get it back and send it in like a corner kick, and there's Ava Coombs.
Tracking it the whole way and catching that ball out of the air was the Bangor keeper. Our game also brought to you by Tossie's Checkout Store. Groceries, gas, and great food to go. Tossie's Checkout at 1492 Pushar Road in Glenburn.
Well, I'm trying to decide who throws it in, and finally it'll be Brunswick.
Palmer trying to get around Chase, unable to do so, but the cross came right to the edge of the box, and Coombs has to deal with it. Brunswick starting to feel their way into this attacking end of the game. Now getting a little extended run at this end of the field. Played ahead by Bangor, Gifford. And now Brunswick able to come back on it. Ledwick. Our pass takes a deflection. Clark at the back. Knocks it off the feet of Brunswick, and they take it deeper into the corner. Off of Clark, who springs back into action to clear the ball up to the 20. Dragons looking for the cross. Gordon pokes it out. And now Gifford on the far sideline trying to bring it back up towards midfield, but once again, white shirts all around it.
Yeah, Bangor was fairly successful pinning Brunswick over on that left side. Didn't allow them to change the field, as they would like to get the ball to Lexi Morin as much as they can. She's not seeing it very much. Hasn't seen it very much over the first 50 minutes of play.
Reynolds sends it deep. First met by Bangor. Hazel Bachman keeps it down here to Mooring on the sideline. Back to Reynolds, who puts it out in the middle. Oh, nearly a great touch there up top by Brunswick, but just got hung up on the side of the leg.
Great idea by Brunswick. That would have sent one of the Dragons in alone on goal if it had gotten through.
Tegan Atherley sends it out wide for Gifford. Gifford comes firing into the box, and a touch puts it just enough out of her reach and back to Morin, the keeper.
Yeah, put it just a little too far out in front, unable to chase it down before Morin comes out of the goal crease to gain control.
There's Palmer turning and acres of space running into the attacking end for Brunswick. Her pass behind its target, but she gets the ball right back. Palmer shoulder to the ground there by JoJo Kluke, and a free kick for the Dragons from shooting position.
Yeah, this is dangerous with the wind at the Dragons' back. I don't know if Morin will take the kick or who will take the kick, but
Morin was trying to get the ball as quickly as possible, but couldn't get it from anyone.
She wanted it before everybody had been set up, find some holes in what might be a wall that Bangor is setting up now.
Ball spotted right around the 18 or the 19, so Bangor, that wall should be inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
However, she's not. Morin, isn't saying anything. She goes over the top. Oh, and Kluke, Coombs with a touch. The ball's still alive in the box. And I believe the touch poked it off of the goalpost.
It did.
So it will be a corner for the Brunswick Dragons. No, they say goal kick. How would that make any sense?
Yeah, I don't know that.
If it was touched by the keeper
and then
it went out of play, that should be a Brunswick corner.
That's what Lexi Morin is arguing, but she's not getting any response.
Brunswick right back on it in the box. Leads to some shouting between fans down below us. Brunswick fans pleading their case. The Bangor fans telling them to sit down.
Everybody's got the perfect angle from the
as long as the
grandstand.
Sportsmanship's on the field, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
No. Morin trying to turn on the Jets to win the ball back and keep it at this end of the pitch.
It's interesting, though, because Morin went more for aim than she did for velocity on that shot, and had very good aim, as it turned out. Forced a save, at least off one hand, by Ava Combs, and then what happened after that, I guess, is up to opinion.
Out wide to Roy. Roy thought she took a shot and wins a free kick. Chance here for the Bangor Rams to set something up from a short cross.
Yeah, just outside the box on the, just tripped over the leg. The defender stopped, but was too close to Roy, and she reacted, went down, and an interesting situation here on the restart with Claire Oldenburg set up to make the kick from the left side of the field.
Oldenburg standing over it, trying to direct her teammates on where to run. And that one not too difficult for Morin to deal with in goal. Morin sends it back towards the midfield. And as she does that, we'll get ready to head off to a picture-in-picture break. Back with the commentary in just a few moments on Ticket TV.
High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales. Nothing runs like a deer in Bangor and Ellsworth. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Casella. Giving resources new life. Firehouse Subs. 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and furniture. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of Ticket TV. Varney Mazda, located at 260 Hogan Road in Bangor. Hidden Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. And by Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's ed for 55 years.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium here in Bangor. Morin tosses it in, and it gets to the center of the box off a couple of deflections, and Coombs has to race out a goal to scoop it up.
Yeah, there was a Brunswick player in position to redirect that ball toward the center of the crease, but couldn't quite get to it.
Here comes Bangor trying to counter. Atherley had the ball behind her, so that slowed things down as she tries to roll it up ahead to Roy, being guarded down there by Riley Hall. And now it's out of play for a Bangor throw.
Yeah, good pressure by Roy there to force the defense to kick it out of bounds, and Bangor able to establish their offense in the offensive end here.
Chase with the throw. Met first by Brunswick. And now the Dragons cleared up the pitch. Over the top for Williams to race after. And she just puts it out wide, not taking any chances. It'll be a throw for Brunswick. Deep in the far corner as both teams will make a substitution first. Callie Snowden into the game for the Bangor Rams, and Eva Kuski back on to the pitch for the Dragons. She replaces Lacey Dinsmore. There's Brunswick in the box. Cross comes in, but it's Coombs right there glued to that post.
Well, that was number 11 for the Hazel Bachman for the Dragons. One of their better efforts of the match in terms of shots on goal.
Morin chasing after the loose ball. And is able to knock it right down to herself. She possesses it, crosses it in, and again, right at Coombs.
Boy, she's dangerous as a shooter from pretty much anywhere on the front half of the field.
Coombs gets it out to Atherley, over to Oldenburg. Oldenburg charging up through the midfield, takes it out wide. And out of the reach of any of her teammates, back to Morin in the Brunswick goal. Rise Co-working Collaboration is your perfect meeting space, your go-to destination for business gatherings. Rise Co-working and Collaboration, where business meets convenience, just off I-395 in Bangor and at risemain.com. Knowlton Automotive is a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, family-owned and operated. Knowlton Auto provides guaranteed services at a fair price. 3297 Broadway in Kenduskeag, or at knowltonautomotive.net. And Praise Auto Sales is where you can find the impressive inventory and weekly specials at 1722 Broadway in Bangor. Oldenburg in the box. Flag stays down. Bangor has to loop back to it. Here's Atherley getting the shot away and scoring. Fitting it between Mooring and the near post, and Bangor doubles their lead with just over 20 minutes remaining in the game.
Well, this play began with an Avery Clark steal on the far side of the field as Brunswick was trying to clear the ball, but she sent it in. Oldenburg sent it in, went through the crease. McLean to Atherley, and watch this shot right here. Two defenders converging, but didn't get there in time, off the right hand of Jules Morin and into the goal. Goal number 35 for Tegan Atherley. With 20 minutes and 44 seconds left, Bangor gets a big insurance goal.
Play back underway, and it's the Rams back with possession, given away in the midfield. Goal number 35 for the Bangor senior.
There's a girl up in Hodgson.
Yeah, 62
or 63 goals this season.
That was going into the semifinals, too.
I think they lost in the
they?
semifinals to George Stevens Academy to be Class C. But it's a remarkable season.
Ava Zell, I believe, is the name. 8-player soccer up there, but 62 goals in 14 games, too, because they only played 12 in the regular season.
Right, so we're talking, 14 times 4 is 56, so that's over 4 goals a game.
Yeah. Thrown back in by Brunswick as we dip inside of 20 minutes remaining in the contest. It'll be a Bangor throw along the far sideline.
I've got to find out from Jay Campbell how many goals Tegan Athley has for her career, because she's going to be getting up there, particularly at the Class A level.
Oldenburg holding off several Dragon defenders. Bangor tries to take it wide, but Brunswick can't keep it in play. Today's ball game brought to you by Urban Pizza at 329 Main Street in Bangor. Carryout is available from 11 a.m. daily. Order online at urbanpizzapie.com. Sweet Cheeks Bakery, don't forget to stock up on your favorite sweets from Sweet Cheeks before or after the game, because they are open 24 hours a day at 113 Main Road in Holden. Auto Radiator Services has been serving the greater Bangor area for over 50 years for general maintenance, repairs, and specialty services like remote car starters. It's Auto Radiator Services. Call 942-4554 or stop by over at 568 Hammond Street in Bangor. And Streets Landscape, Maine's home for landscaping, site work, paving, and line striping. For over 24 years, Streets has been providing both commercial and residential services in the greater Bangor area. Streets Landscape, they take care of your property like it was their own. Brunswick to throw it in on this side of midfield.
Yeah, that goal there, that changes the complexion of the game now. You're going to see a little bit more desperation out of Brunswick, knowing they're 2 down.
That ball just out in front of Mooring in the box as Coombs comes sliding out to grab it off the bounce.
That's a good idea by the Dragons, though. Put it on net and see what happens. At least put it toward net, and maybe you can chase it down, and if not, maybe something bizarre happens and you get yourself back into the contest here, down 2 goals.
They do expose themselves to Bangor on the counterattack, however, and do a nice job there getting back to shut it down.
But you can't win without scoring, and so you got to try, right?
Yeah, 17:30 left, and Brunswick needs at least 2. Aislinn Gifford coming back on for the Rams, who will make a couple of substitutions here.
Bangor seeking its 10th shutout of the season. 5 in a row at one point. 8 out of 9 at the start of this 12-game winning streak that they had, which is pretty remarkable. Numbers they were not allowing. Meanwhile, they were scoring prolifically because they've had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games that ended
early
before the 80 minutes were used up because of goal leads of 8 goals or more.
Brunswick again trying to get it forward from Mooring, and Bangor denying her. Give you a look at the live events coming up through the weekend on the ticket in just a moment here as Gifford goes slicing toward the box. Now pulls it out. Pass back for Clark, whose attempted cross takes a deflection, comes back to her. Clark continuing down the sideline with it, and now Brunswick able to seal that corner. All right, let's take a look at these live events. Tonight we got Merrimack and Maine hockey, with the Black Bears looking for a sweep after a 5-0 victory last night. Maine football taking on Oklahoma right now down in Norman. We'll get you a score update on that one shortly. Triple header of NFL action tomorrow in the 1 o'clock window. It's Broncos at Ravens, a couple of 5-3 teams in the AFC. At 4, Lions and Packers with first place in the NFC North on the line. And then Sunday Night Football features the, once again, Joe Flacco-led Colts taking on the Vikings, trying to snap a 2-game losing skid.
Joe Flacco, is he 40?
39.
Oklahoma 28, Maine 7, 137 left in the first half.
So it looks like 7-7 might have been the high water mark of the first half.
Yeah, and it was either 7-7 or 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. And Oklahoma's broken it open here. It was surprising to me, though, knowing that they did UMaine for a pay-to-play game, that this was the first FCS team that Oklahoma has played since 2021.
Really?
Usually you figure a lot of those schools schedule one a year.
Yeah.
But that was interesting. Oh, nice save there by Ava Coombs.
Yeah, tipping it to herself and then collecting the ball. She crashed down to the carpet.
This second half is much more back and forth, certainly, than the first half was. I've got Brunswick with a 5-3 edge and shots on goal here after intermission, but it's Bangor with the goal.
Roy not allowing the Dragons to clear that ball out of their defensive end and continues the run into the box. She'll win a throw for Bangor.
Nope, going the other way.
Really?
See,
okay.
Tipped off the leg
Got a spike or a shin or something.
Roy's had a good game, though. She's been active on this left wing, both in the first half and the second half, in terms of helping Bangor advance the ball into the offensive territory against the wind.
Don't forget to tune in to the local shows on 92.9 The Ticket, the Morning Roast. Start your weekdays the right way from 6 to 8 a.m. Brian Sullivan, Tyler Cruz, Greg Hirsch, Jeff Hoke, or the occasional appearance from myself, as is unfortunately the case coming up on Wednesday.
One coming up, rise and shine there.
Yep. And the drive, taking you home weekdays from 4 to 6. Myself, Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, and Aaron Jackson. It'll be myself and Aaron in studio on Monday. We'll check in with Jim. We'll be down at Cameron Indoor as Clara Oldenburg puts one on goal, but head high for Morin.
That's right. You'll have post-game reaction for the UMaine women on Monday and pre-game on the Duke-Maine encounter, the second encounter between those two schools. I can't remember exactly what year they played before, but it was
2016. It was because it would have 16-17 because it was the 1 year Tatum was there.
It was Jason Tatum's first game with the Duke Blue Devils. He had sat out the first couple of games with an injury and came back. I just remember talking with some of the folks with the Black Bear program back then, and they knew what was coming in terms of Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
And now he's one of the top players in the world, except for apparently their Olympic coaching staff doesn't agree, but other than that. That's coming up soon, by the way.
The Golden State.
Yeah. Golden State coming to Boston.
He's going to put about 63 up that night.
He's going to try. I don't know. He may have to split time with Brown as well, fighting over shots. Stick it to Steve Kerr.
Brunswick making a substitution here. Let's send you off to our final picture-in-picture of the contest with 12 minutes remaining in this Class A North semifinal. Back for the conclusion of the call right after this on Ticket TV.
Desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves, work you can see, work that matters. Others might call it dirty, but we don't mind. At Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, and it's important work that keeps society moving. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers.
Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart.
And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 60 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
And she could certainly.
We are back here at Cameron Stadium. The Brunswick Dragons trying to get a run going here as we are inside the final 10 minutes to play. But that won't, yes, it will help them as a free kick goes the way of the Dragons, committed by Chase.
Yeah, she extended that arm as the two were racing down the right wing for possession, and now a free kick.
Be Palmer to deliver it. Cross comes in, met first by Bangor. Knocked to the back of the box. Dragons trying to reset over there, but red shirts getting to him first. Cross in by Brunswick over the head of Mooring. Shot comes in on goal. Coombs had to go up. Couldn't get there, and that ball just sails over the top of the crossbar.
Turned out to be very dangerous. And again, that's a situation where the wind can help you there. Watch this. Again, Bangor's done a real nice job of keeping people around Mooring all afternoon here to limiting her chances. But here's one of those long rebounds, and the shot is
right between the two crossbars.
Yeah, not a lot of room there, so that's pretty close, pretty dangerous. If it had to get under the crossbar, it would have been hard to stop.
Atherley at the other end with the dagger. Tegan Atherley, her second goal of the game, takes the drama out of the final 7:45 here at Cameron Stadium. And the Bangor Rams are marching back to the regional final.
Looked like might have been Oldenburg sending it ahead, and she let up because she knew that the shot was coming. And Atherley with some space. Again, Brunswick had pushed up because they had threatened to score just seconds ago, essentially a counterattack by Bangor. And Atherley cashed in, the sniper that she is. That's goal number 36 now on the season. 36 goals, 11 assists.
The Henry's Bridal Boutique, locally owned and operated since 1999 and proud to be Bangor's longest-standing bridal shop. You can visit them at 31 Washington Street in Bangor or online at thehenrysbridal.com. Chance here for Mooring. Oh, she's got some pace behind us. The first time we've really seen her be able to step into one today. That was a bullet off the right foot, but just wide. Take another look.
Yeah, she's a sniper here. Gets the ball, brings the dribble down low, puts a kick that Coombs might have covered had it been in net, but hard to say. Certainly had a lot of velocity on it and just wide of the near post.
The great staff at Varney Chevrolet will help you find the car, truck, or SUV that you've been looking for. Find new roads at Varney Chevrolet, 384 Somerset Avenue, just off exit 150 in Pittsfield, and at varneychevrolet.com. We're also brought to you by Mainly Audio. Is your car still living in the 90s? Upgrade to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with Mainly Audio. You can visit them at 191 Beachland Road in Ellsworth or call 667-9777 because your car deserves a smart upgrade. And Union Street Towing for over 40 years. Union Street Towing has been serving the greater Bangor area. They feature tow trucks, flatbed towing, recovery services, and roadside services such as lockouts and jump starts. Fully licensed and insured. Call Union Street Towing at 942-4200. Throw in by Brunswick. Bangor clears. Here comes Stevenson up the pitch. Rolling it ahead to Oldenburg in all kinds of space. Oldenburg picks out a return to Atherley, now working on a hat trick, who gets a low shot away, but Morin on two knees to stop.
I tell you what, that was incredibly unselfish by Oldenburg there because she waited for Atherley to come, knowing it was a chance for a hat trick, I think, because Oldenburg certainly had a shot if she wanted to take it from 20 yards out. But, again, the playmaker that she is with, if you count one assist today, possibly, she's over 20 assists on the season, and you can just see that she's as willing to give the ball up as she is to pass it to one of her teammates, typically Tegan Atherley, who's cashed in a bunch.
Giveaway by Coombs, but right on the spot to get the ball back from Morin off a left-footed attempt. 5 minutes remaining in this Class A North semifinal. Looks like it will be Bangor and Camden Hills once again in Class A.
Yep, second year in a row at least. They've been in the finals. Bangor defeated the Windjammers last season after the Windjammers went in first. This year Bangor's the first seed despite the one loss to Camden Hills, which is undefeated at this point.
Don't forget to give Ticket TV a follow on social media, on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days, at 929 The Ticket on Facebook. Throw that period in there, 92.9 The Ticket.
Camden Hills has a lot of talent. It includes a freshman, Emma Williams, who is up in the – last I knew she had 28, and that was a few games ago, so she's up in the 30-some-odd goal range.
Here's a free kick taken from distance before anybody was ready for it. Referee had not given the whistle yet. The wall was not set. So we do it again.
Didn't go in.
No, it was stopped by Coombs and just taking some extra time off the clock. A little confusion out there. The ball spotted from 35 yards out. We try again. This one more of a cross, and it goes wide without anybody on the receiving end.
I don't know what the rule is there. I mean, in terms of, you know, like if it's away from the goal-scoring situation, you get the ball, put it down as quick as you can, and go. But
yeah.
They don't.
In the case that a wall's setting up, you have to allow for them to set first.
Yeah. That certainly was the case there. And if you're Brunswick, you might as well try to get it off as quick as you can because you need 3 at this point to extend the game.
Sweet Frog is your touchdown treat this high school fall season as Brunswick continues to blast away from distance. Located at 878 Sweet B, Stillwater Avenue in Bangor, Sweet Frog, where their secret ingredient is fun. And Danforth Down Home Supermarkets, family owned and operated since 2007, has 2 great locations, Route 2 in Herman and Somerset Avenue in Pittsfield, as Atherley continues the run down the near sideline.
Working on the clock here, just to run it down to the corner.
Take it down, take some seconds off of this one.
We'll see what they get out of it. Well, it's a corner kick, indeed, it's going to be, as Oldenburg.
I think a throw.
Throw, I'm sorry.
McLean down there just
didn't go out the end line.
Toss it back to some feet and do it again. You got Oldenburg coming over to use some of her size potentially, but McLean says, well, let me take a few seconds off it. Brunswick takes it back along that back line. Bangor back on it. Oldenburg couldn't find the spin as that one goes wide off into, what do they call those things anymore? Blocking sleds?
Yes, that's what they are, indeed. All numbered and everything.
Yeah. Clark battling for the ball on the far side of the field. Hey, if you're looking for something to do after the game, join us at Mad Cat & Company, located in the North Brewer Shopping Plaza, for amazing food and drink specials and karaoke every Wednesday through Saturday. It's Mad Cat & Company, where friends meet and become family. The Farmer's Table is where you can find home-style cooking just like Mom makes it at 15 Stetson Road in Corinna. And Mainly Mercantile is your modern-day mercantile offering vintage antiques, furniture, decor, jewelry, herbal supplements, retro candy, and Maine souvenirs with multiple vendors. Visit their new location, 690 Main Street in Bangor, just south of the casino towards Hamden. Bangor emptying a bit of the bench with Tritt and Gifford coming back onto the pitch, as is Callie Snowden. They've all featured throughout the course of the 80 minutes this afternoon.
McLean Stevenson and Sophie Chase coming out of the game for the Rams.
60 seconds remaining here, actually 90 seconds remaining here at Cameron with 1:30 left on the scoreboard. The first of a triple header today on Ticket TV. We got this game, and then coming up at 4, it's a Class D football quarterfinal between John Baptist and Mattanock Academy, the 3 versus 6 seeds there. And then the nightcap, a Class B boys semifinal, rematch of last year's regional final between number 1 John Baptist and number 5 Ellsworth. That game kicking off at 7 o'clock. Head to the Dragon Lade Arcade and Pizza at the Bangor Mall. Check out their Facebook page for special events. You can book your birthday party with packages starting at just $50. Call 860-462-1843 for details. Once again, located at 663 Stillwater Avenue. Mooring will get one shot away, and the wind carries that one wide of goal. Coombs spots it with 30 seconds remaining. Bangor Rams ready to head back to the regional championship, trying to get back to the state final for a second year in a row. And they have yet to allow a goal through 2 postseason contests. An 8-0 victory over Skowhegan, followed up with a 3-0 victory to begin the day here at Cameron Stadium. The Rams erupt off their bench. They'll celebrate another clean sheet with the keeper Coombs, and Bangor heading back to the regional final against Camden Hills for the 2nd straight year.
11th shutout of the season for the Rams. 3 more goals. 95-10 now is goals for, goals against on the season for the Bangor Rams.
And an impressive squad, no doubt.
And now they get to take on the only team that's beaten them this fall. Camden Hills, a 3-0 win over the Rams down in Rockport back on September 14th.
Don't go anywhere. The post-game show is coming your way next on Ticket TV. Post-game highlights, a recap of this one, and getting you set for the rest of the day here at Cameron Stadium right around the corner. Bangor defeating Brunswick 3-0 in this Class A North semifinal.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
back, and we welcome you in to the post-game show, the McDonald's post-game show here on Ticket TV, presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer. They're hiring for early mornings and late nights, start at $17 and up, and search for these locations at jobs.mchire.com. Our coverage today, also presented by Greenway Equipment Sales in Ellsworth and Bangor. Nothing runs like a deer from the Smith Brothers, your local John Deere dealers. And Ticket TV, presented by Levesque Business Solutions. Your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture is Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. Mark Paulette and Ernie Clark putting the finishing touches on this Class A semifinal broadcast. A 3-0 victory for the Bangor Rams over the Brunswick Dragons. And let's get to the post-game highlights from this one. Post-game highlights presented by Next Home Experience for the third straight year. Next Home is the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
Here's Bangor sending it in. Kylan Athley is tripped, and that sets up a penalty kick for Gabby Gordon. This coming in the first half, a little over 5 minutes into the contest. She goes to the left of Jules Moran, and Bangor has a 1-0 lead. Here's Clara Oldenburg passing it ahead to Tegan Athley, but she couldn't quite get to it in time enough to create an angle for the shot, and it goes wide. And here's some good work by Gabby Roy. Chases down the ball and then sends it in, and Jules Moran has to knock that one away. Here's Oldenburg getting to the end line, centering it just beyond. I think it was Gabby Roy with a shot late that went high and wide. Some good work here by Oldenburg. Again, just controlling the play in the center of the field. Her shot, she made Jules Moran have to jump and knock it over the crossbar. Now here's a second penalty kick for the Rams and for Gordon. This one coming in at the end of the first half, 4 minutes left, but went just wide to the right of Jules Moran, 1-0 at halftime. Ball was sent in to Tegan Athley, and Jules Moran again coming out to make the big save and keep the Dragons within a single goal. Here's a restart by, I believe that was Lexi Moran there. Shot goes high, just high. Look like it.
That was, yeah.
There. They never called it. But there's Moran again, the shot right at Eva Coombs, who comes up with a shutout in net. Here comes the athlete, gets control and squeezes it between two defenders and the goalie inside that near post to make it 2-0. 20:44 left in the game. Another threat there for the Dragons with a wind at their back in the second half. And here goes Athlete being sent in. Pretty long shot there. A little high and just inside the far post for us, near post for her. And 3-0, 2 goals for Tegan Athley to bring her total to 36 on the season.
Highlights from this one as Bangor defeats Brunswick 3-0 to march back to the regional final. This contest presented in part by Casella. Good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerofhardwork.com. Varney Mazda offers an extensive new and pre-owned Mazda inventory as well as competitive Mazda lease specials, finance options, and expert Mazda auto service. That's Varney Mazda at 260 Hogan Road in Bangor and at varneymazda.com. And Hampton Meadows Golf Course features a 300-yard driving range, a fully stocked pro shop, and a 9-hole course that fits your game regardless of skill level. It's Hampton Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone. All right, time now to award the play and player of the game. And for the play of the game, we dial it back to the second goal for the Bangor Rams. Tegan Atherley, really the separator in this contest.
And the more I see this, the more I like it as our play of the game here. The ball is worked around the left wing, passed inside to Atherley. Almost fell down there, but able to take it toward the goal. 2 defenders coming on her and the goal. And heck of a play there by Tegan Atherley to make it 2-0. The pass from Maddie McLean to kind of get that play going from the deep in the left corner. But first of the 2 goals by Tegan Atherley. She's the designated sniper for the Rams, no doubt.
Yeah, 2 more for Tegan. She is our player. She has our play of the game, that goal right there. And from play of the game, well, first I'll tell you, it's presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street and Brewer. Time now to award player of the game and going a different route for today's.
Yeah, you can. I mean, obviously, Athley scored 2 goals. Gabby Roy played well. The entire Bangor defense played very well in terms of limiting until the very last few minutes when the game was no longer in doubt, limiting Lexi Morin's touches, particularly dangerous touches. But just over the 80 minutes, the way that Claire Oldenburg kind of quarterbacked the offense in terms of getting the ball, say, at the 40-yard line as you look at the field there, and kind of directing the attack toward one place or another. Here she is going down toward the end line on the right wing, and with a sharp, crisp shot back toward the goal. Three Bangor players in the area, none of them could get to it until Gabby Roy late with a high shot, but created a lot of opportunities for the Rams and enabled them to control the ball in the first half, in particular with the wind at their back. And so she's such a factor in creating opportunities for other players, whether it's directly on the assist or whether it's just setting the offense in motion so that Bangor can use their crisp passing attack to create opportunities for one person or another. Claire Oldenburg gets our award as the player of the game this afternoon.
Presented by Firehouse Subs. For a limited time, try the new Firehouse Captain's Club, only at Firehouse Subs, 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. All right, Ernie, you got some final numbers on this one?
I do. Let me do the quick math here. Shots on goal, Bangor with 15 and Brunswick with 9. That closed up in the second half. It was pretty even in the second half in terms of actual shots on goal. Saves in goal for Bangor, Ava Coombs had 9, and for Brunswick, Jules Morin had 3 and 8 is 11, and corner kicks all in the first half. Bangor 3 and Brunswick none.
That game recap presented by Novus Glass. Give them a call today to get your windshield repaired or replaced. The drive. There we go. Well, it's the beginning of a long Saturday for all of us, I guess. My brain's already failing me. Ticket TV, presented by Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. And we're also presented by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, Dean's has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car, and book your appointment at deansdetailing.com.
Start of the second half, Oklahoma 35, Maine 7.
All right, so the Sooners are having a little break from their SEC tournament.
I think the spread was 34.5 is what I had heard on about Thursday, and so
they're on their way to covering.
Yeah, I was willing to take the Black Bears, and they're still within striking distance. Need to score again though, probably. But yeah, in a way, it's kind of a trip of a lifetime to be able to play in a stadium like that against a program while they're struggling this year, so steeped in tradition and championships. That
80,000, 90,000 people packed into the stands.
Get to see that stagecoach and the Boomer Sooner and the big old bull. All kinds of stuff out there.
You can listen to the second half of that game as it's happening right now on the airways of 92.9 The Ticket. And then tonight, Maine and Merrimack hockey square off again at the Alphon with coverage beginning at 7. The pregame, the puck drop at 7:30. Maine going for the sweep after a 5-0 victory last night. Tomorrow, we get a triple header of NFL action. At 1 o'clock, it's Broncos and Ravens. 4 o'clock, Lions and Packers battle atop the NFC North. And then the nightcap, Colts and Vikings in Sunday Night Football. And this is just game one of a busy day today from Cameron Stadium. 2 more games coming your way right here on Ticket TV. In a couple hours' time, John Bapps and Mattanocook square off in a Class D football quarterfinal at 4 o'clock, the 3 versus 6, and then the nightcap at 7. The Crusaders boys soccer team taking on Ellsworth in a rematch of last year's regional final. This one for a trip back to the regional final.
Husson and Western New England football, 28 all.
Wow.
5 minutes left in the third quarter, so a shootout there.
Entertaining one for the Eagles. And only one thing left to do now is give credit to our Ticket TV crew around Cameron Stadium today. Max Pottle on the graphics and directing and producing. Zach Tangway, Peter Paulette, our camera crew. Jim Churchill operating the scoreboard. You got
flawlessly.
Any complaints? I didn't see anything down there.
I think he's found his niche, actually, right there.
Keep him in the trailer. And for Ernie Clark, I'm Mark Paulette saying so long, for the next 2 hours from Cameron Stadium until we come right back here for a Class D football quarterfinal between John Bapps and Mattanocook Academy. Coverage of that contest begins in a little less than 2 hours' time on Ticket TV.
High school sports on Ticket TV has been brought to you by your local McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer, Greenway Equipment Sales, Next Home Experience, Casella, Firehouse Subs, Levesque Business Solutions, Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, Varney Mazda, Hidden Meadows Golf Course, Dean's Detailing, Northeast Driving School, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Colebrook Mitsubishi, North Star Waste and Recycling, Loring Job Corps, Praise Auto Sales, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Doors Equipment, Fairway Auto Sales, Bangor Mall Cinema 10, Streets Landscape, The Fitch Company, Bangor Tire Company, Frank's Bake Shop, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tiller and Rye, Liberty Olton Insurance, Urban Pizza, The Growing Place, Tossie's Checkout, Betty's Ice Cream, Auto Radiator Service, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Union Street Towing, Rise Co-working and Collaboration Space, Sweet Frog, The Henry's Bridal Boutique, Bennett Auto Center, Angelo's Pizza, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Mainly Audio, Knowlton Automotive, Varney Chevrolet, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, Midcoast Denture Design, Hopkins Energy, Napa Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Queen City Athletics, Blackfly Coffee, Hillside Athletics, The Farmer's Table, Bangor Floral, Mad Cat and Company, Danforth Supermarket, Mainly Mercantile, The Dragon's Lair, Twin City Tire, Washington County Community College, and Down East Toyota. This Ticket TV broadcast has been a production of Sportsnet Maine.